Welcome back to your Daily Death. I'm Mr. Death, coming at you with all things Origins. And in this video, we're going to be discussing how many resources are you actually bringing in? How long does it take just your city to gather resources within inside of itself without having to go out to other mines? Well, you can always just click on details and it'll tell you. This building is producing 1.3 thousand plus 2.2 thousand, and it's got a capacity of 13.7 plus 22.4 thousand, meaning once it reaches capacity, it will no longer keep producing anything. And just luckily, the way the game is, your capacity is always going to be 10 times the amount that you can produce, meaning you will be producing for 10 hours, and then after that, if you do not collect anything out of any of these resource buildings, then it will just sit there stale, not creating any new resources, but just already at max capacity waiting on you to get it. Now, instead of having to count up every individual building, you can come over to your main and just click on City Info, and it'll tell you up here what you're bringing in. But this is not completely accurate, and it's not wrong, but it's not accurate. We'll just take steel, for example. That's 8.2 thousand plus blah blah blah. But you can get more details besides just 8.200 blank blank. It's not even going to be 00, it's blank, you don't know. If you just come down into your stats, come scroll all the way down to the bottom, right here at resources. Still, see, it doesn't tell me 82 blank blank, it tells me 8,256 an hour. Breaks it down not only by the single one, but by the tenths and the digits. I ain't been in algebra class for a while, I almost forgot what that was called. To the 10th place. But what you're going to do to figure it out, how much you're producing per hour, is you'll take your first number, the dark one, and you will add it to the second number. The first number is your base, what you're bringing in. Then the second number is additive, as in what you have done to help increase it, whether it be officers, your elite equipment facility, buffs, anything like that. That'll be over in here. It can change. We can see my oil bringing in the 41,280 plus the 97,792 blah 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 per hour, means I'm bringing in 139,072 per hour. Now that means after 10 hours of my resource buildings just doing their production thing, I can come back and my oil buildings that I have are producing pushing 1.4 million. 1,390,000 and some change every 10 hours. But still, you just add those together, I'm making 21,754 an hour. And then of course the lowly minerals, I'm only bringing in, well, I'm not bringing it in, I'm producing 10,877 every hour. Meaning every 10 hours I'm bringing in almost 110,000 minerals. And of course, you can always come out to your buildings and just check. If y'all wondering why I'm bringing in so much oil right now, it's because I have the boost on. But when we come to details, as you can see, I'm bringing in the addition of the 1,100 an hour. The officers that you have on affect that instantaneously. Just put on something that don't have anything. Right. As we see now, I am not bringing in as much, and I will not be able to store as much here within the 10 hours. And as you see, just changing how much you're bringing in per hour always affects the amount it can hold, its maximum capacity. You do not mess with your capacity, the game does it automatically. See? Automatically will hold 10 hours worth of whatever you're producing per hour. And if you're wondering why the numbers look a little different from being in here, which has my oil boost, 41,000 something plus the 97 something thousand an hour, compared to out here when you go to it, details, only 6,800 plus the 16 an hour, because this is just for this building. All of mine are 28 right now, but yes, only this building is bringing this much in. When you go to your stats, this tells you all your resource buildings, all my oils. This is what they all collectively bring in. But as we'll be able to tell, your capacity will always go with how much you're bringing in per hour. I'll go ahead and kick this up some more with Sheen the Officer. Now we'll use a buff. Voila. I increase my output, my capacity also increases. So, that's just how you can plan ahead and know how much your city is creating every hour. And just remember, if you're going to be off the game for more than 10 hours, do not think you're going to be able to come back and collect even more. After 10 hours, every resource building you have will reach capacity and sit there and wait on you. It won't be creating any more resources. Get them while you can. Peace out, y'all. Keep growing.